Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Denver Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Prescott from the gun. Forced that under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go. 26, 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Broncos offense taking the field again, but I want to talk about somebody on the defensive side, Von Miller. His quote before their Week 7 game, Charles, was, look, I wouldn't call this a must-win, but we're going to kick their behinds just to clean it up a little bit.
Couldn't wait to get to the desert and take on Arizona, could he?
Well, he was right, Von Miller. They thoroughly flummoxed rookie Josh Rosen, goaded him into throwing 2 pick sixes en route to that 35-point win.
Yeah, and Von Miller had 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery, so he backed up his words in a big way. Big win for Denver. They cannot afford any more slip-ups, though, because Kansas City and the Los Angeles Chargers playing awfully well. They do get their chance against Kansas City in Week. On the road in Arrowhead Stadium.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Lindsey, the undrafted free agent, had a great college career at Colorado, but what he did to start this season and the way he came out of the gate, really impressive.
And sometimes guys just fit NFL teams where maybe you didn't see it coming. Because Phil Lindsey, as you mentioned, had an excellent college career at Colorado, but different question marks from different teams about size. Can he do this? Can he do that? The answer is he can do just about everything, and especially his ability to get out into open space out of the backfield and create big plays downfield. That's working quite well for him in the early going.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Can he dance? He can mash, too.
Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Keenum going to throw. Past the 20. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
360.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He can't bring him down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Broncos are in for 6. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Here you go, boy.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Possession going back over to Dallas here, a team who lost last week to Washington 20-17, and that was on the heels of that Week 6 blowout win they had over Jacksonville 40-7. But that loss against Washington, the field goal hitting off the upright after the penalty, a tough one to swallow.
It certainly was, because it became a 52-yard field goal attempt for Brett Maher. Should have been 47, and ends up doinking it off the the upright, not the crossbar. And Dak Prescott, he had been 4-0 against Washington in his short career prior to Sunday's loss. A tough game for him as well.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point splits the uprights, and a lead is now 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They run a draw here on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Very left, very left. 22. 22.
Play action. It's Keenum. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Rolling to his left. He gets it complete to Harris. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. It's a gain of 5. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Gun. There you go.
To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And it's now third. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot before the break. Keenum. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him for a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Keenan now to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's look back to some of those crazy finishes in Week 7 of the NFL last week. I mean, it seemed like every game had a wild finish.
It certainly did. Dallas, Washington, Brett Maher off the upright from 52 yards following a questionable penalty against his long snapper that moved the ball back 5 yards. How about Cleveland, Tampa?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Von Miller in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, 47. Here we go. 48. Here we go. 46. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go to 54. Go to 54.
Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And fights through one man. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Adam Gotsis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here you go. 47.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hurns. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Here we go. 47, 47. 26, 26.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
On 53. Here goes the high. Round 20.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing now is Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
On 53. Here goes the high. Right 20. Right 50. Right 52. Man down. Man down. Very left. Very left.
Now Keenum got to have this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
47. 26. 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Zeke with a shake and bake. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A give to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled them up. It's 16-8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw. Big hold to the 30. Over the middle, complete. That's Lindsey. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Now Keenum. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Keenum now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Keenum. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with 6 seconds remaining. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
Roger, Roger, Roger.
Now Keenum. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here's Thompson to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Prescott now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. Start there, over there. Start there.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd down. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3 and out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge 3rd down call coming up.
Here we go, 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
He gets this one away, and, boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dancing away at the 35.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. First throw in overtime for Keenum. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. And what can Keenum do with his drive? Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Go. 52.
Now a handoff looking right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Here you go. 47. 26. 26.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go.
Off the play fake, Prescott dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington. Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough. The Rockies, they're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. This will be taken very short. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.